Hi everybody, how are you? Welcome to another segment of the Entrepreneur Speaks. These are a series of interviews with entrepreneurs about them and their business. So in this period of COVID-19, what changes has they made to their business and how are they coping? So today we have with us Milena of Bear Japan. Yes, she's the founder, and let's get her to talk to us about her business. Hi, how are you?
Hello everyone.
Hello.
How are you doing today? How are you coping with COVID?
Good. How are you doing? So I heard that you're back in Singapore.
Yeah, finally I managed to come back, and currently I'm servicing my stay-at-home notice in the hotel, which is very interesting experience. I've been stuck in a room for quite some times. Nothing much to do, so I can really focus on the work and can finally reply my 1,000 emails, which I had over the period of traveling, because it took me about 48 hours to get back on the transit. But yeah, finally back home safely. I based in Singapore already for 12 years. Wow. So yeah, that's the story behind it.
Yeah. Tell us a bit more about Bear Japan. Yes.
Bear Japan, it's one of the projects which we've been doing with our company. The main company, we're dealing with the wholesale. We started from the construction materials, seafood, and manufacturing the skincare products. So Bear Japan, it was born back in 2018 when we only started our discussion, negotiation with the Japanese side. The inspiration was I was based in Japan for quite some times, and I was using the Japanese skincare, and I was very happy of the results and the price range. And when I started traveling, when I went outside of Japan, I went to Malaysia, I went to Singapore, I was traveling around to China, and I couldn't find the same quality of the product. So it was just like very personal intention to start using it back and to bring it back. And then I realized that why don't we just share it with the world? Why don't we bring it to Asia Pacific? Because currently, all we know, whenever we Google about the skincare, it's all about Korean, because it's very popular. We have the K-pop, we have a Korean drama. Japanese-wise, they're very efficient. They're very efficient back in Japan, so they don't really have intention in expenditure to another markets, another country. So there was a move. There was the inspiration, because I just wanted the product to be available for me, for my family, for my friends. And then slowly, just to show the community that all the good quality skincare, it doesn't have to be expensive. So it actually can be affordable, because in Japan, there is so many brands, there is so many local made brands, and the quality is very good. It's very high, and it's affordable. So people can actually buy it. So yeah, that's the story behind the brand. And we started officially in 2019. The whole idea, like the whole 2018, it went into discussion, testing the brands, every single brand, series of testing. So we do send to the labs, we test the ingredients, reaction, allergies, everything. So just to make sure that the quality is there. And then since June, end of the June, beginning of July 2019, we started developing the website, which is bearjapan.com. And it took us about 4 to 5 months to put everything in place, to fix the design, the payment system and everything, come up with the customer support line. And then we was on board by September, October 2019. And we exist since then.
Wow, nice. So any particular target audience
for
this range?
As I mentioned before, I want to bring this experience to very middle, age professionals, basically to all the ladies who just exit the university. They start their journey in the career building. And obviously the salaries, it's not very high at the point of starting building the career. But of course, they went to the working environment, so they want to look pretty, all these female things. So and they can make it through using our product, because again, it's affordable. It's a good quality. So this will be our main target. Just to make it more accessible to them. We also have installment plans. We're trying to make very, very customer oriented all the services. So yeah, it's going to be middle professional, between 25 to 35-year-old, because we have a lot which is suitable for the young skin. And then we have a second group. It will be from 40 to 50, 60 and above. It's more for the anti-aging. So when you already want to maintain all the results which you achieved in your early 30s, and you want battle, the pigmentation, the wrinkles. And we also have a lot of organic options. So we actually trying to reduce all the chemicals inside, because we believe like none of the chemicals will really help, when you're doing, all this, it's a natural cause, like wrinkles, pigmentation. So basically, whenever you're using organic skincare, it will just help you to, activate your body complexes or already body mechanism, which it used to be very active when you was younger. So basically, you just need like a little boost. So you don't really have to, use like a laser or chemicals. So yeah. We have the first brand, it's one of the first brands in Japan, which is organic anti-aging. So you will never believe that actually organic skincare can battle the wrinkles and pigmentation and everything. But yeah, organic have a very strong power, and there is like zero impact on health, because whatever, all the ingredients is organic. So yeah, we putting very strong emphasis on that as well.
Yes. Oh, interesting. We will have to check out your website, because this is what it stands for. Yeah. And now
Definitely.
the buzzword, it's a buzzword, but it does helps where there is less chemicals, right? Yeah. So how has COVID-19 has affected your business in any way?
Well, definitely. Hybrid Singapore and the world economy. For us, because we're trying to bring authentic Japanese skincare, so we do have our warehouse based in Japan. We don't have a warehouse in Singapore yet. So, and all our shipment before was done from our warehouse in Japan. So the biggest challenge when the COVID started, of course, it was logistic. Because all the deliveries, which was supposed to take 1 week, 5 days, in the end, especially to US, because we do worldwide shipment, it's not only to Singapore and Asia Pacific. The main problem was logistic. It was so slow, and the very frustrating part was that we couldn't really control, because it's been done by the external courier, and it's not even the courier who like couldn't deliver on time. It's basically the limitation of the logistic. There was just no airplanes available. There was just no cargo airplanes. There's supposed to be, let's say, 100 airplanes a month, but it was only 2 airplanes running. And of course, there was a very limited amount of ton they can transport in the same time. And what they was doing, they was waiting until the plane is full. So only after that they can ship it. So because of the disinfection, on Japanese side, the customs, and on US, Singapore, also the Singapore Post, there was a reduction of the employees who working. So basically out of 50 branches, we only had like 10 branches working since the April, April, May, June, until our of June. So that's why logistics was a huge problem. And the frustrating part was we couldn't control it. We couldn't do anything. So we did our best, to comfort the customer, to explain that, we're trying, we're doing our best, but we can't really, buy an airplane and do all the logistics ourselves. But this is basically, I think it's going to be our next goal. So we're not going to invest in the vans or anything else. We're going to buy the airplane for the next pandemic. So for God forbid, it's not going to happen that soon. But I think this is going to be one of the pipeline for the future investment. I think we must have our own logistic transportation.
Yeah.
And it was a problem all the way until May. So now it's slowly going back to normal, but we're still facing some delays. We did expand our coverage. Before we was only dealing with the post Japan, post Singapore. We did had agreement with them. So now we also brought back DHL on the board, FedEx, and MX, some other logistic couriers. So now we have like a wider list. So this is how we're trying to solve. So basically, based on the country, we didn't change our delivery fees. So all the deliveries fees still the same. We're charging the same amount. Yeah. So we didn't do that. Like Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, it's still free. Free shipment for any delivery above 3 and any purchase above 300. It's also fall under free delivery. So we just try to sign like a contract, get a better terms, and basically to speed up the process. So now for every dedicated country, we will have dedicated courier or delivery, which suits the best. Like for some people it's DHL, for US it's DHL, for Europe it's FedEx. Singapore, it's still okay with the EMS. like the provided by Singapore Post.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so far it does affect, because obviously we couldn't deliver on time, so it does affect the amount of orders. We decided when we saw the situation, it's turning, you know, like quite bad, when the people didn't receive the parcels after 1 month, 40 days. So we decided to close for a while. So we didn't accept any orders from May, June, and it was until 15th of June. So basically for 2 months, we didn't accept any orders, just to reduce the volume of the parcels we still haven't delivered. So we made an announcement on the website. We sent some personalized emails to inform the customer, and then we resumed back to normal after 15th of June. So now it's okay, almost back to normal. But of course, time to time, case to case, we still have some delays, but it's not like a 2 or 3 months delay. It's usually like a week will be the maximum. So yeah, that's how we battle.
Yeah. Well, I think you are in a nice place to be in for an e-commerce website, because now you know, people are buying online. I'm sure your business is doing pretty well. Yeah. So maybe it's just the logistic. I'm sure your customers can understand that, right? So it's just beyond your control, right? Some things are just beyond your control.
Well, not everyone can understand that, but it's more like a human factor. So we became a very good psychologist over like last 3 months, like how to comfort people, how to explain, you know, how basically to keep them positive. So we have a very strict code, you know, how you should communicate with the customers, how to be polite, kindness, you know. So we're trying to personalize, you know, do a very personalized touch for every case we receive. Even though if, you know, the discount code problem or delivery. So we're really trying our best to follow each case personally. So we remember all the case orders. We know exactly where the parcel is at. So we're very in touch with all the customs. We already in touch with the Singapore customs, Malaysia customs, Indonesia customs, Australia. So we already know all the officers by name. So yeah,
that's nice.
We're trying our best. Yeah.
Yes. I'm sure customers will understand, you know. Yeah. So I think we wish you all the best. You know, I'm sure you have no issue. Yeah, and things are back to normal for you. Yeah. So that we will put in the chat group below, okay, in the chat box below, bearjapan.com. So let's get our readers, viewers to visit bearjapan.com, and then you can look at the range of products that you have. Yeah, and be supportive of local business. Yay. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you everybody for listening in.
Bye-bye.
Check out the website. Bye-bye. Right. Thank you. Take care.